Welcome! We are playing Just Cause 4. I have an issue though. It turns out that all of our progress from before has gone. Mainly because we restarted the, reformatted the computer. So all our progress now doesn't exist. It turns out. Who knew? So now we have to do all this again.
That's a standard issue Blackhand service rifle.
With an underbarrel grenade launcher.
Oh, so it has. Oh! Hey, that looked good. Look at that. I'm happy. So yeah, yeah, we're back to the beginning now.
I'm seeing explosions. What's going on?
Gotta put these guns through its paces. Don't wanna go in unprepared, do I?
We're having fun blowing things up. Why does she have to, like... What's going on? I'm blowing things up because it's fun, okay? Deal with it. Oh. Oh, nice. I wonder if we can drag them off the edge of the cliff. This is all I do on this game. Just try a new random shit. Oh. Well, good enough.
The road is walled off.
That's okay.
You get over it?
Okay, where to now?
Other side of the canyon. Then we go up the top of the tower, and then we have to hold people off for a while. Yeah, we've done this before.
Espinosa promises it will change the world. No more tornadoes or hurricanes. And most of Solis believes him.
Project Iapa won't be a problem after today, Mira.
If your plan works.
It will work.
Yeah, it will work.
Made it.
Bueno. Follow that piping.
That
Gonna come face
would
to
not
face
be
with the Black Hand.
structurally sound. This, however...
Face to face before. Heading up.
There you go. That's how you do that. Boom. Okay. Anything else to destroy around here? No? Okay. Welcome! Good to have you here. I can't believe that reformatting my computer has lost all of the progress we had on this game. Like, we were doing so well on it as well.
You're going there.
Now I have to, like, relearn the entire game. And get back the progress that we already had.
Well, the Black Hand never deploy
It was like 7 hours worth of gameplay that we had. Oh well. I guess it's a good reason to play the game again though, isn't it? If we now have to go through the entire damn thing.
No further contact. All units, stay alert.
I was going to go on Far Cry, but the issue is that I've not installed the mods for it yet, after the reformat.
Weren't too happy to have me poking around.
The Black Hand are highly trained.
But I do actually have other things that I'm going to do as well.
Espinosa.
His own private army.
So,
Pretty good one too.
on Far Cry,
Not good enough.
I'm also going to include Blood Dragon at some point, and we're going to play that. Because I think people are looking at it like, why have I got him dressed as Rex Colt and all that stuff? But it's because Blood Dragon is such a good game. So I'm going to play that. I have to install it first. Come on, physics says that if I take the highest point and put... There you go. Excellent. Okay, now for this one. What I like about this game is it just does genuinely use physics. And not in like a, oh, this is a physics puzzle. In a, you have to think about where you're putting these things. If I put that there. Did that say hack? Oh my god. Hack the system quicker than that, Rico. Quicker than that. I didn't know that you could do that. That's pretty cool. Oh. Well, hopefully it stays vertical and it can carry on doing its thing from down there. Who's shooting at me? And that guy just flew straight off the edge, didn't he? Yep, there he is. Idiot. Oh well. Let's crack on. Get it going.
No sweat.
All of that progress, though. Like, it was about 7 hours worth of game that we'd played. And to have it disappear. What about the Long Dark? Do we still have our, like, save from the Long Dark? Does that use cloud saves on Steam? I'm so used to taking advantage of the fact that most games have cloud saves now, that I didn't even think to back up the gameplay of any of the save data for any of these. I just assumed that everything would be backed up. You alright, Kai? Yeah, I just assumed that everything would be backed up and fine. Turns out, no such luck. I really hope the Long Dark is saved, because I had like an offline save on that. That, you know, I'd spent a lot of time in. Yes. Yes, using it for game recording is actually a very good use for it. To be honest though, you shouldn't actually fill anywhere near 4 terabytes with it. You know, like on the initial recording, I mean. So I record these at 4K at about 60 megabytes per second, something like that, using NVIDIA, and I'm filling like 60-ish gigs per stream. So that's like, what, 2 or 3 hours worth of footage.
Rico, there's a console further up this structure. Not sure how
I'll
you'll...
figure it out.
Hostile in our area of operation.
So the amount of time to fill a 4 terabyte.
Copy on hostile contact. Move free to engage.
Well, the thing is, NVIDIA records everything for you, so you don't really need to render out like 3 hours of 4K. If I was to render out 4K video and have like a 3-hour long stream rendered by me, it'd probably take about 3 hours with no like graphical effects or anything applied. No color correction or anything. Just the pure like video stream for 3 hours would take about 3 hours. I'm roughly 1-to-1, but if you record your gameplay with NVIDIA and then you want to edit that footage later, you'll probably want to use Handbrake and move it from a variable frame rate to a constant frame rate, because obviously constant frame rates are easier to work with. I just shot that person in the head. Oh, I got the civilian. Oh well. Yeah, like I say, with no like effects on it, it does do it pretty quick. Oh, nice. You can just collapse that. That's cool. I like it. But the thing is, when I'm editing the highlights of streams, oh no, I really am. I'm not a video editor. Like, I'm just not. But it's one of those things where, like, I want the videos to be on YouTube as well, so my choices are pay someone to do it. I don't have the money for that. Or do it myself. So that's what I have to do. Right. I want you to be attached to that. Oh, okay. See, what I was going to do is... Oh, it's taken out that end cap instead. Oh, that's a shame. It snapped the thing. Oh, it took that with it, though. Okay, I'll live with that. Whoops. I may have been stood a little bit close to that. It really is just one of those... You know the pure fuck about games? Where your job is to just make mayhem and do nothing else? That's just cause. I mean, the name is accurate. It is just cause. So everyone who's made those jokes about, oh, why did you do it? Just cause. It's accurate.
Could use this vent to get me up there.
I mean, look at that. We just jumped over a vent, opened a parachute, and went, yeah, that'll do.
Find that console. You don't want to be out there when that case starts.
Almost there.
How would you be recording the gameplay? You know, if you record gameplay on it. I wish these guys had stopped shooting me for a minute while I try and find that ammo crate I just saw when I was dropping in. Swear there was one there. Oh well. Pretty sure there's one up here. Somewhere. There's one. Yeah, it's... NVIDIA's the easiest way to do it, I think.
No further contact. All units, stay alert.
Oh, I may have hit that person. Plus some mayhem. Like I say, the only issue is that it records at a variable frame rate instead of a constant one. So for me, when I'm trying to sync that file with like the file for this stream and the camera that I use for the highlights, when I'm trying to sync it, I'm syncing variable frame rates to constant frame rates. And even though Premiere Pro now says, oh, we support variable frame rates, they do, just not very well, and my controller just went off. Not useful. There we go. We're back. Yeah, they do support it, just not, you know, very well. So it's really difficult to mix the two. So I end up having to transcode the NVIDIA footage to a constant frame rate. And for that, there is a program which you'll actually be able to make use of if you just like uploading the pure gameplay footage, but you don't want to upload like a massive file that NVIDIA recorded, called Handbrake. And basically it just transcodes video to other formats and, you know, different resolutions and different bit rates and stuff like that. Or in my case, it transcodes it to constant frame rate instead of variable frame rate. So what you can do, what resolution are you going to be playing at? Because obviously that'll be what it records at. I don't know why I'm climbing this tower. Well, I think I'm climbing this tower again because of the name of the game. Just cause. And you can't get to the top, this is the limit. Okay. Okay, so 1080-60 in the GeForce Experience setting things, you want to make sure that your bitrate is set pretty high. Because obviously the higher the bitrate, the cleaner the image is when you're recording it initially. But to be honest, for 1080 you can get away with stuff like 30 megabits a second. But yeah, what I'd do is I'd probably double whatever I was going to upload it. So if I was going to upload it at 30 megabits per second, the footage, I'd probably record it at 60. Because that way, regardless of what happens, I've always got a cleaner copy that I can use, like, for whatever. Go for it. You've got 4 terabytes of space. If you're recording for 3 hours, you're not going to fill 4 terabytes at 100 megabits per second. So you'd be completely fine, especially at 1080. Like I say, I record the footage at 4K, and I don't fill like a terabyte of space with 2 and a bit hour streams. To be honest, you can probably just go for it. Right, this person's really annoying me now. Oh, it's circle. That's why. There we go. It can do, but what speed did you say that drive was? Like any modern drive should be able to handle recording to it. If I... Oh, we have ammo for this now. Nice, somewhere in between. Yeah, you should be fine. What I'd do is just sort of, before you like format it again and sort of do all that, which like I say, you shouldn't really need to do anyway. As long as it's NTFS, the format that you've set it to, like on initial format, you'll be fine. But what I do is I just play a game. Just play a game and record it. And see what happens. Because that is the best way to find out. Just play for like an hour. Because an hour will be enough to sort of put enough work in the drive. for you to get a good idea of how it's going to handle it. And you can also use that to work out how much space it's going to take and, you know, the amount of time you can spend playing. And have a file that's comfortable to work with. Ooh. In that case, I'd probably record to your 7200 RPM drive and use the 4TB as capacity storage. Because like I say, none of these games that I record at 4K have gone above a terabyte in space through NVIDIA's recording. So I'd probably use that as my recording drive, then use the slightly slower speed on the other one, but higher capacity as my storage one, and just move it over there once it's done.
Okay.
That way you get the best of both worlds.
Patch me in, and I'll locate Espinosa for you.
You're in, Mira.
And when you're working on videos, you know, like
Or I'll lose my connection.
transcoding and stuff, you should be fine on the 4TB drive with that.
Well, shit.
So I'd like record,
I'll find him as fast as I
jump
can.
straight onto move the file straight onto the other drive as soon as I've finished recording. And then you should be good. Oh, I meant to hang them up. Okay. Who's that? Oh, you. Go hang out. Who's that? Oh, you. Ass. You go over there as well.
Got a black hand here.
I'm through security. Just hang in a few more
Here we go.
seconds and you'll be able to move, Rico. I'm looking for him.
Yeah. Oh, they are good ones. I've got a couple of drives like that. Where's that other person? And that's actually a very good use for it as well. Like a 4-year-old drive that you don't really use for anything else.
His office is near the top of the spire.
To use that for recording video too,
Top of the-
as basically a scratch disc in that case,
He's a
is,
nice
you know,
this long.
it's a good use. What I'd do. In a lot of ways, it's actually what I do anyway.
Not having my grappling hook is like missing a limb.
Oh, there we go. It did decide that it wanted to start moving.
That looks like the place. Never seen
Yeah, go for it.
Lucky Apple before.
Like I say, in many ways, it's what I do with this computer. So, I have the game computer has a couple of SSDs in. One of them's 1 terabyte, I think, possibly.
I know you're
Yes, yeah, it's 1 terabyte.
I'm not, but I usually have a parachute.
And then obviously I've got my boot drive. So, I record to my 1 terabyte SSD, which is also the thing I edit from, but I always make sure the drive's pretty much clear before I record, just so I have all of that, like 980 gigs of space free, just in case anything happens.
What happened? Everything okay?
Oh,
Ja,
well, I thought he might have just run off that, but okay.
that hurt.
Hold on a minute, he's still alive. That's bollocks. Yeah, so I record to like my 1 terabyte SSD, and then the footage from that gets uploaded straight to the vault, which is effectively what you'd be doing with moving it straight over to the 4 terabyte drive.
What happened? Everything okay?
Ja, fine.
And then when I need the files, I'll pull them off the vault and
That's no good.
I use the other computer, you see, for transcoding with Handbrake, because it's got more CPU cores,
Half the people leaving
which helps.
trying to get away from Espinosa and his black hand.
Yes, that's what I was saying. So in Handbrake... see, I never use hot swap. I always just shut things down anyway. Just makes life easier. Yeah, so in Handbrake, if you're recording at, say 100, like you say, that's going to make quite a big file. So it will take a while to upload if you use that one.
It's Luis. I mean, Sargento here.
But
Mira a mí.
with Handbrake, what you can do is you can drop that down a little bit. So what processor are you running now?
Sargento and Easy did some research.
And graphics card, actually.
This place open
I know you've told me before, but
Who's Izzy?
Hola.
it's been a while.
Hi. Patch what you've got.
Your AR lens, Mira told me. Already done. You have an AR lens? Like a little computer on your eyeball?
Something like that. Let's get started.
Okay, Sargento, you're up.
Listo. Here's your mission. The factory needs to be powered on, but the doors to the electrical room are being held shut by backup generators.
Mission
Nice.
accepted, Sargento.
So what I'd probably do then,
Show you where to look.
It's only a
I'd
matter of
probably
time
use the
before Gabriela sends more black hand to stop
H.264
guns back.
MVenc encoders or H.265 MVenc encoders. So it'd actually utilize the GPU in transcoding it as well.
That worked. Generator's well shielded.
Can you turn it off?
I think I can use my grappling hook to rip the plating off. One generator
So if you
down.
use just standard H.264 encoding,
Where to go? You know where to look.
it uses only the CPU. And it takes, obviously it takes a long time, depending on how high the quality you want the thing to look at the end. So if you were uploading it to YouTube, YouTube's compression is gonna, like, tank your quality anyway.
Two down, one to go.
So what you can do is
I'm patched
use the MVenc ones,
and they're on their way. Pick up the
which will
Blizzard.
speed it up, and use the GPU as well. And like I say, it doesn't look quite as perfect as... It don't look quite as perfect as if you had just the H.264 encoder using just the CPU, but it definitely looks good. And will 100% be fine for, like, YouTube. Stuff like that.
Adios.
That'll do. But yeah, you get to set, like, which level of H.264 or 5 you use and all of that. Like, the amount of detail you can go into in the settings.
Generators are all off.
And the door's just open.
Yeah, that's why I switched to
Choppers and
4K.
this way, Rico.
Mainly because
Better wake these
the
guys up.
compression,
We'll be fighting
the
them off with sticks and stones.
codec that it uses on YouTube for 4K is actually a different one to the 1080 one. So you'll notice that, like, if you look on the BeerByte channel, take a look at a couple of the early highlights that were at 1080, and then have a look at, like, the same game when I've done a 4K highlight of it, and you'll notice a difference. And pretty much everything was done the same. Obviously I used different footage and stuff, but the export settings are
Heading in.
pretty much the same.
Find the breakers and flip them.
and you'll notice the difference in quality from it. And that's just down to YouTube's compression.
Breakers are on.
The 1080 ones were exported at
And are almost here.
ridiculous,
Override.
like ridiculously high megabits per second.
We're in business. Let's call everyone in.
Just keep
And then the 4K ones I can actually use a lot smaller, a lot lower megabit per second. When I export them, just because the quality of the codec isn't gonna compress and crush everything as much as, you know, the 1080 one did. Yeah, it does. And I mean, that's true of any 4K video. If you watch 4K on a 1080, what you're doing is taking, for every single pixel on your screen, the display sort of has 4 pixels to crush together and, you know, find an average. So everything's a lot crisper and there's a lot more detail in there.
What you did in the slums. Create more chaos.
Because your display can, you know, your display can figure it out. Whereas 1080 is effectively giving your screen 1-to-1. Okay, we are trying to find the objective.
It's me, Luis, El Sargento. Listen, I've got some of
There
my
we go.
people together, and we've got a surprise for you.
Right, where are you?
I'll send you the coordinates.
You could do. If you play games at 4K, then that's a thing that you can do. Because what Nvidia will do is it can record at your native resolution. You know what you're playing games at. So, if you're playing games at 4K, well, if you've only got a 1080, if you've got a 1080 screen, I'd just play at 1080 and just keep the frame rate high.
Load up the truck. We're leaving in 60 seconds.
If you think about it, you could record your game at 1080, 120 frames a second. Then in Handbrake, what you could do is you could apply a constant frame rate of 60 frames a second. Therefore, every frame gets 2 frames to itself.
There's a bunch more left in the truck.
And that'll make the gameplay look a lot smoother at 60. But it's all one of those where there are no wrong answers to it.
Let's get out of here.
So it's one of those really dependent on what you're looking for in the end result.
I think it'll come in handy. Where'd you learn
So-
to plan an ambush?
I
Out el abismo. You came out of nowhere, and the black hand didn't know what hit him.
I'm not sure. I'm fairly sure that it can record at the frame rate that you're playing at.
Must have
I'm pretty sure that's what it does.
Any ideas,
But
Rico?
Oh yeah, just one.
just let me that, and he gets that. Okay. That. Come on. Okay, that. Columns define what. I don't. Right. Okay. Do that. Okay. There we go. Oh, that almost worked.
Hostile hasn't re-engaged. Eyes open for further contact.
Yeah. Yeah, so OBS definitely supports it, but
Stuff like that.
I'm fairly sure that Nvidia will just record at your standard, like,
You think I
refresh rate.
like you?
Keep your eyes on the road, Sargento. located, Sargento.
Listo, listo. Later. Mierda! Again?
I'll clear a path.
Try those balloons on those black and huevons.
I just hit that with an RPG.
I learned to improvise a lot in my old life.
See?
Growing up in the slum, mom dead, dad long gone. We figure stuff out.
But yeah, it's sort of, it all depends on.
Sargento. You find what works for you.
Bien.
You alright, J-Man?
Yes.
Cheers, buddy.
For now, just worry about getting us to the extraction point.
Extraction. Hijo de pucha. I need to call them. You got this, Rico? Listo. Bucan, this is Jama. Extraction.
There we go, that'll do him.
At Bravo Station. We talked about this.
Yeah, what I'd do is probably record at the highest refresh rate you can, as opposed to the highest resolution in that case.
Hear that?
Oh,
I think the truck is having problems.
who was that?
Yeah, it's getting shot a lot.
Hang on. Rico, you know what to do. Up and get that shit out of the way.
Because smooth gameplay with mods is going to be very useful. It's also going to showcase the mods a lot more, which would help.
No further contact. All units, stay alert.
I'm sure I've moved this once. Well, thing is, I played this like a while ago, and I played it on stream a while ago as well, and we were about 10% of the campaign in, and then I reformatted my computer thinking that we had cloud saves.
First mission is bound to have
No cloud save, so now we're back at the beginning, so
Just focus.
you're not really going to get any
Drive. There's
like major spoilers at this point. So it's pretty safe to watch if you're wanting to play through the game yourself, because this is the first, well, how long has this been on now? For about 40 minutes? So yeah, we're only about 40 minutes into it, so you are safe. We've just got the balloon tether. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on going through the story, but this is mission 3, so you're not going to have any major like plot twists, I don't think.
Hostile in our area of operation.
Opening fire!
Copy on hostile contact. 320.
Almost there.
Let's just
What am I doing?
You work out those hiccups, Sargento, and you could be a real operations master for the army.
But I want
anytime this guy wants to drive back on the road, that'd be great.
Guess what? We're in the shit right now.
There we go. And yeah, the balloon tether is the best one.
look at all these. Es loco, no?
Like I say, Kai, it is definitely worth recording at, like I say, either a high refresh rate at 1080 or say 30 or 60 FPS at 4K, and then use handbrake to get it to where you want it. So as long as you've got more than what you want, so if you were playing at 1080 120 FPS and then decided you wanted to upload at 1080 60 FPS, that's going to look a hell of a lot smoother. Especially, like I say, with YouTube's compression. It's the reason I switched to uploading highlights at 4K. Just so that I could use the new compression on YouTube and actually have them look clean. And really, I should be recording these at a higher bitrate than I am doing. That'd help a lot.
But extraction's not here yet.
But, you know,
Need some cover now. We gotta hold them off until that chopper gets here.
Engaging a trespass.
Lock and load, people. The Black Hand want their supplies back.
whoops. You attach to you and fly. Yeah, they don't do a good job of giving you direction. At all. Like, these games have always been confusing to start with, but there's something about this one that feels even more chaotic and unorganized, which I don't like in this. But if you're just playing it like I do, which is as a pure sort of fuck about game, then you're pretty alright. Also, I will still be here, Kai. Don't worry. Like, GTA has a much better system for giving missions and actually letting you know what you need to be doing at what time. Whereas most missions don't have a massive timer in the middle of your screen. So I wouldn't know that I had to wait one more second.
Chopper's almost here. I think that's it for the Black Hand.
So yeah, I feel like the story needs work. You know, like the actual gameplay behind story. But it is what it is. Like I say, it's a mess about game.
You stick together.
Yeah. Hey, think I could call you to help train new recruits? I bet FaceTime with you would really boost morale.
Like, I have no idea what's going on right now.
Sure. Adios, Santo.
I have no idea.
Hola, Rico.
Like,
I just got a call from this guy.
I played and got about
Did a job for him a while
like
back.
7 hours of Just Cause, which is, what's that, like 3 hours worth of
Take down Espinosa.
missions and 4 hours worth of just messing around.
Team out.
I'll look into
And that's as far as I've ever got in this.
There's something else.
Because like I say, I just pick it up when I need something quick to mess around in.
Who are you?
And you got Rodriguez conferenced in. Good. Listen, doll, I want to help
So
with
yeah,
the
I don't
whole revolution.
know.
Doing a little shoot by the river. Swing by. We'll do lunch. Ciao.
I'm sure at some point in these streams we'll find out.
She's like a movie producer. I ran into her crew near El Abismo. Kept asking her about you. But I mean,
Like, I plan on doing this a little bit more regular than I used to. I recognise that bass. Probably from the last time I played it, actually, but you have to rescue some people. It's a training facility. You have to rescue them from just where this big ball is. Just there. I think. And escort them to that gate. Sure it is. Yeah, I don't know about the squirrel suit. I've not actually heard that one. But now you've said it, I kind of want it to be true. I kind of want it. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Knew it.
Sargento here. Rico.
I knew I was right.
BeerByte is home to several brainwashing facilities.
Brainwashing.
It's a pilot program. Solinos who can't pay their debts will be recruited into the Black Hand, then forcibly reformed. We have to stop it.
Oh,
Shit. I'll let
Do you
know when
mean-
I'm at the facility.
do you mean the wingsuit? The wingsuit is a thing from the beginning of the game.
I found 2 RE
They just give it you this time instead of Just Cause 3 where you had to wait a little bit to get it.
That's a start.
They just go, yeah, sure, here's a wingsuit, enjoy.
Bye.
Oh, I'm remembering this place from one of the first streams I highlighted. One of my first highlights was Just Cause 4. I remember because I was stood here and I added a little cutaway in the highlights because a mortar round came straight to the camera. It was the first time I actually messed around with cutaways and stuff in highlights as well. I learned a lot highlighting this game. But at the end of the stream, I'm actually going to do what I wanted to do on Friday, which was try something new at the end. So, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube channel, highlights go up from previous streams. It really is. My edit to the game, to the video, just played on that cinematic stuff. I sort of slowed down the time, turned it black and white, and added like a little voiceover in post that was just like, at this point, I knew that I was screwed. Something like that. I don't actually remember the exact words I used, but it was one of those like little cinema cutaway moments. But yeah, so Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I stick highlights up on YouTube of previous streams. And I've decided that what I'm going to do is I want to kind of have like, they go up at 7 o'clock UK. So, usually about 30 minutes after a stream finishes is when highlights of a previous stream will go up. And I've decided I want to do like a little sort of watch party type thing. If you go to BeerByteMedia.com, it'll forward you straight to it. I've set up really easy forwarding links now, because obviously it's got like a couple of like subscribers, so I can't put a custom name on it yet. But yeah, I've decided to make everything really easy to forward to. So to find the YouTube channel, the YouTube channel, yeah, you go to BeerByteMedia.com. To watch the full stream replays on YouTube, it's replay.beerbytemedia.com, and that'll forward you to that channel. Facebook is facebook.beerbytemedia.com. Same for Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't remember what it is, so yeah. I decided to make all of the links easy since I already had the domain.
Big door.
There should be a control panel you can use.
But yeah, so I usually shove like, it'll be a highlight from about 2 weeks ago. Who threw that? It'll be a highlight from about a stream 2 weeks ago. But I've decided that I want to do sort of like a little, sort of like a watch party for the one that goes up on the day of the streams. So today's highlight is Need for Speed Heat, which I played, like I say, about 2 weeks ago. And so what I'm going to do at the end of this stream is I'm actually just going to play that video, and we can watch that highlight before it actually goes live on YouTube, so long as this stream finishes before 7 o'clock. Yeah, I've decided it's like a nice little way to bring them both together and sort of be like, hey, look, this is where you can see more things. Because I do spend actually quite a lot of time on the highlights, which is sad when you look at what they look like, but, you know. Because they're not the highest quality of highlights. Like, I don't know how to edit video. I just sort of muddle my way through and hope that it doesn't look completely crap at the end of it, if I'm honest. Boom. I love the way they stack explosives like that. Come on, explode. Now. Come on, this will be a perfect shot. There it is. Yeah, like I've never been told how to edit or taught how to edit. So everything that's on that YouTube channel is me messing around in Premiere and just seeing what works and what doesn't. So like the earliest highlights on there look sort of pretty rubbish. Whereas the later ones actually start to have some sort of quality, I'd say, to them. But I have sat there and actually watched my own highlights on YouTube. Just like, I can't stand hearing my own voice, but at this stage I'm sort of used to hearing it. With having to sit there for 4 hours whilst editing videos. I'm sort of used to hearing my own voice at this stage. So it's not too bad. And I've actually got highlights to the point where I actually enjoy watching them. Which was always my goal. If I enjoy watching them, then maybe someone else will. There we go. That sorted her. Hey, she landed on that bit of roof as well. It's good. Oh, this is one of the good things about the balloon ones. If you put them on the back of that... Oh, it's... Oh, that's what I've not done. Right, we need to go on there. And switch that to high. There we go. And now they'll just rip the caps off the end as soon as you hit them. Which is great. That'll explode in a minute. It's loose. There we go. Come on. There he goes. This game is just... It's made for people who enjoy things blowing up. It just is. Come on, big boom. There it is. Okay. So aim for the end cap. Get one of them on. There you go. Straight off. Woo! I think the last... Oh, that's what I did as well. On the first stream I highlighted of this, I was just sort of messing around with the slow motion. Because there are some massive explosions in this game. And so what I ended up doing was pretty much every massive explosion, I would slow it right down and have like this beautiful slow-mo. The only issue was at that time, I think I was still using the recorded stream version and not my 4K recording. But the second one I did, and I was using the 4K one, and it is amazing. Just watching it blow up in slow-mo. And because Rico seems to be almost invincible, he can stand this far away from an explosion and be completely fine. Which just, it makes no sense, but it also makes no sense how he can survive falls like that. There we go, that's him sorted. Okay. I'm just trying to clear out the... Oh, I've got one round left on this. Should probably pick up some other guns, shouldn't I? Problem is, the only gun in this game worth having seems to be the assault rifle. Oh, I'm being shot. Well, that sniper can sod right off. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to press R1, but I'm kind of glad I did. Because it worked out well for us. Right, okay. He is not stood on anything right now. That's not good. Why are you throwing a grenade up here where you are?
One shot, one kill.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. There's a fake Thunderbird too. Right, can we all stop throwing grenades at us, please? You wouldn't believe that the settings on this music in the background, I've actually got it set to instrumental and no vocals. Ah, right, fine. It's on it. We'll just shoot him in the crotch. In the face. Oh, too high. There we go. Just right. In the crotch. Sure, I saw another person up there. Maybe they were smart and ran off. They just looked at it and were like, no. Who's searching for target? I heard the word searching for target then. Someone around. I don't see anyone. Ah, there. Oh, you lucky little bastard. There we go. I know, right? How dare someone? Right, I have one round on both of my weapons now. Luckily I just picked up ammo for that, and... I'll have that. Right, if we get these people on this side out first, I think these are going to be easier to escort. Oh. Right, we'll start up high, because... Get away. Up high is always the best idea. This game is just... I feel like it was made for people who like action films. It was just, do you want to be an action hero? If you answer that question with yes, then play Just Cause. Oh yeah. Got a bit of everything in this. Yeah, we don't need the scenes. I'm trying to skip all of the cutscenes as well. Right, who's shooting me? There we go.
Breaking you free, but we'll have to fight our way out.
Listo, vámonos, amigos. We're getting out of here.
Whoops. There we go. Up he goes. What are you hiding behind now? Bruce really is like an action hero name, isn't it? Because how many different Bruces are there? You've got Bruce Willis, Bruce Lee. Woo! See what I mean though? Rico is just impossible to kill. I mean, I still end up managing to get him killed, but that's not the point. And how did that guy survive that? In the leg. I like the way the whip actually hits behind you as well. Yes, there are a lot of Waynes. If your name is Wayne or Bruce. So basically we're saying if you are, like, if you're Australian, you're probably... I'm gonna die. Actually, no I'm not. Why am I saying I'm gonna die? I'm just gonna hide. I got them. Oh wow, those people have actually made it to the end.
Extraction inbound.
Wait. And I didn't really help them get there. Right, let's sort these guys out. Right, I pressed the shoot button when it was on you. And you're dead. Oh, they've dropped the gun as well. I have to go all the way down to pick up the ammo. How inconsiderate. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's go get that second one. Oh no, but think about it. Oh yeah, so you were. Hey, I never said I was clever. But still, Bruce Wayne, Bruce Willis, Bruce Lee. Oh, I think I might have attached that to itself. Right, attach it to that one. Attach it to that one. Yeah, I'm gonna move backwards. Uh-oh, that's turned around. That was brilliant. I'm happy with that one. How did it turn around? What the hell just happened? Also, I could still see one of our, like, he's one of the good guys, and he's been left by the car that came to pick him up. They all just left him. See, that shot just then, that's gonna look good in slow-mo. That's a slow-mo shot right there. And they've respawned. Or did they just not blow up? I wasn't paying that much attention, really. I know what we can do. Grab that. And that one. Come on. Fine. We'll do that. Onwards! You're right, SP. It turns out all the progress we made last time on this SP has gone since I reformatted the computer. Turns out cloud saves aren't a thing in Just Cause 4. Or at least they weren't activated. So we're back at the beginning. And yeah, I'm good time, mate. No, it actually works out good because we were talking earlier and J-Man hasn't actually... You said you haven't played this Just Cause 4 at all, didn't you? So it actually works out perfect because there's no spoilers, like, at risk of being shown. Which is great. Yeah, so it works out perfect that the computer decided not to... I thought you said 3. Yeah, it works out perfectly that the computer decided to get rid of all of my save files. Hey, do it, mate.
All right, people, it's time to free yourselves.
Go for it.
Come on.
Oh, gracias. Gracias. We owe you so much.
Later. Vámonos.
What are you thinking about streaming? And have you streamed before? Like... A little bit closer. There we go. There we go. Off it goes. What command are you going to try? There are commands? Ah, don't worry. What you could do is just sort of lower the settings a bit. Do it at, sort of stream at 720. If you're worried about it being choppy. Oh, well, PlayStation will be fine. You'll be fine, mate. Just... the best way to start is to just do it. The only reason I haven't got, like, a bunch of Nintendo streams on this yet is because I know what Nintendo are like with some of the stuff. So I think, SP, we were having this conversation when I was playing Far Cry 5 a while back, I think. And we were saying how Nintendo tend to be a little bit finicky. But yeah, do it. Definitely. Also, good choice with the PlayStation. I agree with that one. I'm playing this on PC now, but that's the controller I'm using.
Hey, come on! Let's blow up all this Espinosa shit!
Oh, what moderation stuff. Well, he wasn't very smart. Hello. Who the hell was that just stood next to us? I mean, at least that person had the decency to wait until I'd finished, like, shooting at the friend. Right, I'm going up there and sorting this guy out. That got him. My accuracy is terrible, mate. Like, it's only because I know that in this game now... So the last 2 times I've played it... Nice. SP, we have a... We already have commands for Discord and Facebook and the YouTube, I think, as well. But yeah, J-Man, this game, the last 2 times I've played it, I've rushed everything constantly. So, this time I've learned that Rico doesn't die that easily. So I can actually take my time lining up shots and stuff and get a lot closer to the action. And I think that just comes with playing the game a little bit more, because I'm used to games where if you get shot, you get killed. Exactly, SP. And yeah, go. Go for it, PC question. The hell's he? There we go. I sorted all them out. The main reason I started playing this game is because of those grapple, like, balloon things. I saw them on... Who are you shooting at? Oh. That's how you shoot someone. That is going to sound really bad if someone takes it out of context. But yeah, the main reason I started playing this game is because of those balloon grapple things. I saw him and was like, I have to play this and make everything float away. What are you shooting at?
This is command. Hostile still active. Eyes open.
Oh, it's shooting at drones. I wish I could manually control that.
Target is gone.
Yeah. It really is like shooting 101, isn't it? Like, the first thing you need to do when shooting is aim. But a lot of the time I forget to aim. And that's worrying. Because, like, I'm used to playing games like Half-Life and Call of Duty and stuff like that, where you don't really have time to aim, and if you're not shooting them, you're being killed by them. Oh, nice. That helicopter took that shot. I didn't have to do anything. Okay. I'm assuming that the... Okay, a body just fell out of the sky. That was weird. I'm assuming that the hard drive in question is like a 2.5, one of the small standard laptop size hard drives, right? Because to be honest, almost every laptop will use that. Cheers, buddy. 31st follower. SP, we're now 19 away. 19. That helicopter was on fire. Yeah, that the hard drive should fit in pretty much any laptop. So, if it's a 2.5-inch drive, you're pretty much good to go. Because I assume if you buy it on eBay, it's not going to be like a new system. It'd be one of the sort of slightly older laptops anyway, just with good specs. So yeah. Like, the only time you have to watch out now is in brand new laptops from the last, like, year and a half, 2 years, where M.2 started to take off a lot more. And I know there's a couple of laptops that don't have space for an actual physical hard drive. Instead, they have like 2 M.2 slots or something like that. Okay, if you can hold the laptop comfortably in one hand like that, then it's a 2.5 inch. Like, roughly the size of your phone. And it'll be quite thin as well. If you can't, and it's like a bit chunkier, like an inch thick, then you're looking at a 3.5 inch drive. But yeah, laptop drives tend to fit in the palm of your hand pretty much.
Just get it done. Hey, go sober up Charlie. Get him working on some.
Yeah, go for it, mate. I've got it open, so I should be able to see when it pops in. I'll just switch to that tab. Do this. Alright, I've got the rig rundown tab on Discord open now. Okay. Hey man, not a problem. Hello, Bless. Good to have you here. Yeah, J-Man, if you want to jump on the like Discord as well, there's usually a couple of us hanging out on there. And as you can tell, we give everyone help with whatever they need. Yeah, hopefully speak to you soon, mate. Also, we've just unlocked booster tethers
Climb aboard, Rico. Out of here, people.
that do things like this. There you go. This is our way of saying goodbye to you. There you go. Ah, don't worry. There will be highlights on YouTube. So you're fine. You're not going to miss anything.
Needed the place. Well, Rico, looks like you're my star and my bodyguard.
I haven't agreed to anything.
I got a lot of expensive equipment in this van, so don't let them wreck us.
Fine.
I came here to shoot my next picture. My magnum opus.
Oh, yeah.
Do you... What the hell just happened?
Wherever you go, it's permanent.
Oh, we fell off the roof.
We give you permits if
That
you're
explains it.
Espinosa Telecom. And by the way, I'm not Espinosa Telecom.
There we go.
They got this place locked down tighter than a
Do you have
closed-ass
anything to put in it for scale? Because I can't... If I was on the game computer looking at it, I'd be able to see it. See the hard drive size, but I can't really zoom because the stream's up and all that. And OBS and all that stuff. Oh! Oh, that was a good shot. Even if I say so myself.
Not you and me, Rico. We're a pair. Stick with me, kid.
Starring in my picture will make you huge. Solis will love you.
There we go.
The world will love you.
Where are we going?
That was the luckiest shot I've ever done in this game.
We just met, and I'm already faking your death.
Be a sports.
Like, it was one of those shots where I somehow hit the tire of it.
Take my van. Get the Black Hand's attention.
Oh, don't worry, I'll get their attention.
Guess I better.
Also, this is the first time in the game that you actually drive a vehicle. You know, if you follow the...
Lure 'em away, then wreck the van. Make it look like I died.
If you follow the missions, this would be the first time in the missions that you
Are you?
actually end up driving.
I would get about my own death. Make it
Also, why is circle
fantastic. Should buy me
horn?
hours. Hasta luego.
Since when has circle been horn? Oh, come on. This is why I should have put the boosters on the back of this van first, before setting off on this mission. Because then I could have just pressed the boosters, and that man's got a piece of barrier on his car. That's a 2.5 inch drive. That's 2.5 inch. So that is your standard one for laptops, and it'll work in your desktop computer if you want to put it in there. But yeah. If it's the same size as a mouse, it's definitely a 2.5 inch drive.
Now to wreck this van, I guess.
Right, so this woman wants her van to be in the ocean, I believe. So what I'm going to do, once I find out who's shooting at me, is put it... Where's the van gone? I think someone just... Oh, there it is. It's making its own way to the ocean. Here we go. We'll just load this up. There we go. That'll destroy it. Eventually. Oh, I love this game. Oh, it disappeared behind the hill.
Brilliant, Rico. You're wrapped. Rodriguez shines.
I'm sorry, I do genuinely love this game.
Listen.
Because it is just so stupid.
Got time. I've got more work for you. It'll be worth your while. My people will call you. Ciao.
Sheesh.
Well, that's just... Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Now, I believe at this point last time, I got distracted by seeing... Oh. I got distracted by seeing a tornado in the distance. Because it turns out there's a tornado in this game. And I can see it. Just there. We're having it. Let's go. But yeah. Yeah, do it. Definitely. I mean, it'll fit in a standard laptop anyway, so you're good to go, really. ASP. Look up there. We're at 18. Also, Kyle is somewhere. Kyle is around somewhere. But he's got that 4TB drive he's got. He's also got a 1TB one that's 7200 speed, RPM, which is cool.
Don't be mad, but we told the Black Hand that the vehicle had contraband inside it. So just lose them and make it look cool, please.
God damn you people.
So you say he's going to... Yeah, 5400's perfectly fine. For pretty much everything. Like, if you're using your computer just normally, 5400 is completely fine. The thing I'd say don't do on it is edit video. That's it. Apart from that, you're pretty much good to go. I'm pretty sure the game drive in this computer that I'm playing this on is a 5400 RPM drive. I'm pretty sure it's not like a massively fast drive. Not compared to like new levels of fast. Yeah, he was talking about he's gonna record some gameplay and stuff, which is awesome. So he actually now has like a 4TB capacity drive, a 1TB drive to record to. Like, his computer is, like, on point right now. Also, you may remember, last week, I think it was, I read that little excerpt from the script for the eBay Saga video. Well, at this point, it is filmed. And it is very close to being fully edited. I very nearly got to finish it, like, just before I started the stream. It's like a 32-minute video. But I built a brand new auto cue as well for it. Because my old one used a tablet as the screen on the auto cue. This one actually has a dedicated touch screen. Although my plan to use a Raspberry Pi... Have I finished the mission? This is what I was saying earlier. This game does not give you any indication on mission status. I don't know if I finished it or not. Possibly. But yeah, so like, the original plan with the auto queue was to use a Raspberry Pi to power it, but the software that I wanted to use didn't work with it, so now it's actually being powered by a laptop, which actually works even better. And you'll notice in the video that I'm holding this all the time. So this is like a little like presenter-y thing with an up and down arrow, and that's what I'm using to control the speed of the auto queue. And yes, I have done. PCs and servers and stuff like that. But yeah, so there's gonna be possibly a video on upgrading the auto queue. You know, in the same style as the build videos that we did on the Twitch channel. Only a lot shorter and edited. And that's going to be up on YouTube as well. So we actually have quite a bit of content that diversifies what's on the YouTube channel. So it isn't just games. The server stuff was all eBay. All of it. The PCs were mainly computers that I'd used in the past. You know, like things I'd built for one job or another from components and then had sat idle for a couple of years. Because I have a thing where, like, I get attached to technology too much.
Oye, Rico, you meet that guy yet? Javi Huerta? He might be able to help us out.
Not yet.
So I tend to be like... I tend to like having my old systems still here. But yeah. All the server stuff was eBay. And the servers that I was using and selling, because don't forget the servers I actually used to edit the video with. But the servers I was using ended up costing about 70 to 90-ish pounds each. And then I bought more RAM, second-hand from eBay, loaded them up, and was looking at around 120-ish for the final sale price on them. And that worked. What in the world? Okay, there's a massive hole in the ground. And it's not a cenote. Okay. What you planning? Are you planning on upgrading your system with some parts, or are you going to look and try and find something cheap and sell it? That's the wind factory thing that we did last time.
In that region, you'll find a top secret lab called Zona 3.
Ah, fair enough.
Station that studies
Then yeah,
aircraft and wind.
eBay's your best bet.
Sounds promising. Anything we can use?
That or...
Informants tell me there's some device there called the Wind Nest.
See, I'd say the CEX website, but the problem with that is I'm not quite sure how much I sort of trust them with it.
Found a lab built around some sort of circular device.
Yeah, the thing is, what you want is...
That must be the Wind Nest. Can you get to its central processor?
Need to shut down that airflow first.
Are there any generators or breakers connected to it?
Yeah, with laptops, it's quite difficult to find the right thing, isn't it? So I always stuck with desktops. But to be honest, it's a 2.5-inch drive. If you can find a if you can find a cheap desktop PC, something that does the basics. So remember the dual core system that the entire eBay thing is about? That's now used to write scripts and do all that type of thing. And if I need a low-powered PC to upload big files to YouTube or wherever, that's the system I use for it. So, like, if you have uses for a low-powered system even, it's possible that you could find one of them on eBay. You don't put the drive in that instead. Because like I say, it will work for it, so... Who else is shooting at me? You. Where did that laser come from? Up top. It all just depends on what you can find a use for. And to be honest, if you wanted to sell it, then, you know, it doesn't really matter about the specs too much. You just want to make sure that it isn't something that somebody could spend half the money on it on Amazon and buy new. That was always a thing I struggled with, to make sure that the parts I was getting in whatever system weren't available cheaper, sort of as individual parts, brand new, and making sure that that was right. Because the thing of charging a premium for the system already being built doesn't really work if you're not an actual system integrator. You know, like a PC World or a Scan or someone like that. Because people don't care if Dave down the road built the PC for them. Like, they're not going to pay Dave down the road to build the PC. So they don't expect a premium to be applied. Yeah, it's just like when you build a PC for yourself, if you're going to sell it. Part selection is key, and making sure that the parts make sense for the budget. Come on, there we go. Ammo. I had a feeling he'd have ammo for me. Someone's saying got me, but I don't know who. Oh, there. I got them. Right, who fired that grenade? Oh, these bloody little drone things. You, attached to the wall. God. Right. Okay, person's still firing grenades at us. Can anybody see him? But it was you on it. That person needs to back off of that bloody turret. I don't know what she was hoping to achieve with that. Oh, there. How cool was that guy in his short sleeve shirt? Right, this one is an absolute pain in the balls, I seem to remember. Because you get blown straight away. Just like that. I seem to remember I stood about here. And did that. And somehow made it work. Because these two people are still just stuck here. Oh, hello guys. Where'd your cover go? That guy must be dizzy by now. Let's give him another turn. Oh, this game is mental. It's just mental.
All units, hold positions.
And lift. There we go. That's what I wanted. We drop down. Somehow dragging yourself into the ground quicker means that you are safe. Oh, ammo. Ammo's always helpful. Okay, I'm looking for those little lever switch things. And that thing there is an absolute ball ache. Oh, I remember where it is. We're all clear. Oh, for God's sake.
Sounds like it stopped.
Easy standing by
Right.
to help you with the central processor.
Oh, this one was a pain in the backside, I seem to remember. We have to go in this little dome thing and wait for them to do something or other. And it takes them forever because of course it does. Why wouldn't it take them forever? It's not like we're in a hurry or anything. I had to come over here. Oh, no, I had to get it from the first one first, didn't I? From the first one first. No shit. Oh, there were a person in my way. Right, so I have to go down here, grab it, and then we get to use it. Go. See, I remember these things.
Rico, before you...
What?
I plug it into the transfer right marked. Hurry!
See, on my way.
Blackhand systems often use refrigerated drives. Security measure. If the drive gets too warm, it becomes unusable. Get it into that transmitter, and I can take the data safely.
There we go. And now we use the hole that we just made in the roof. And now we have to stand here for about 15 hours.
Yes, I'm working.
All teams, unauthorized
'Cause of course we do.
Research dome transmitter. Stop them at all costs.
Don't let anything happen to that transmitter.
I hate this kind of stand around and protect thing.
Hostile in our area of operation.
Acknowledge. Intruder on site.
And the thing is, I thought last time they were after the thing I'd put the drive in. They're not, they're after the actual dish. But again, it didn't tell me that. Where it says defend the transmitter, you assume that the transmitter must be the thing that you just put the, like, card in. Oh, hello. Can we all stop trying to just run up the stairs now? Whoa. Who's that? Ass. Who's that now? You just saw what I did to your friend. How about you stop shooting at it?
Picking up a chopper. Keep your eyes open.
You. Chopper. Where's the chopper? There. Oh. Oh, for God's sake, there's people down here now. Right. This guy's annoyed me now. Goodbye. Go away. And so my plan now is just keep on pressing up every so often to get that chopper to go away. Grab some more ammo. Come back upstairs. Come on. Oh, why does this stuff always take so bloody long?
I lost my connection. I almost had it. Clever. Rico, the Black Hand deployed signal jammers. I'll mark their positions.
Of course the Black Hand deployed signal jammers. If they didn't do that, it'd have been easy. Okay. And you... I mean, that person seemed pretty harmless. They were shooting at a satellite dish, but they were actually shooting at a wall, so... You know. You can still see people firing at it. And that's annoying. Because, aha, I found you. There we go. Right. Okay. Satellite jammers. Now, there's one over there somewhere. Again, this is very early in the game. I have not played that much of the game on the last save anyway, so... kind of remember where things are. Yo! Oh, that's rude. How dare they start shooting at me already? Okay. So first things first. That fella. Then we'll go with this fella down here. Then him who's tried to run away. Oh, look at it twitching out. I'm just gonna load that up a little bit. I'll just stand over here a second. Let him get his health back. We don't want him dying just yet. What gets me is they're still shooting at the... Oh, that went badly for him. They're still shooting at that satellite dish, which is quite annoying. Who's throwing a grenade? Oh, that's still got launcher things on it. There you are. Come on, pop your head up. There we go. Right, where's the... Oh, there it is. Well, that blew up. That's one done.
No further contact. All units.
The annoying thing is that they're still shooting at that dish inside. Like, while I'm not defending it, wouldn't you have, I don't know, moved and sort of attached some explosives to it? Maybe like a couple of grenades. Who's shooting at it? Going from this direction again. You. Right.
Copy on hostile contact.
Have we all stopped shooting at it now? Right, I don't see anyone up here apart from this fella. Oh. There we go. I've got 1 round. And I missed. 1 for you. 1 for you. And we'll do what we did last time with this. We'll just load it up with these thruster things. Go.
No further contact. All units, stay alert.
Oh. Uh-oh.
My man.
Why does everything always come for you in this game? Look at him shooting at it. It's just rude. Oh, crap. I wondered why it had started raining. Right. Okay. This is annoying. There. Go away. Uh-oh. Oh, the transmitter was destroyed anyway. It's okay. We're good. Jeez, man. Okay.
He's plugged in, is he?
Bien, I'm working.
All thieves, unauthorized.
Okay, so it starts from 3/4 then.
Stop them at all costs. Why anything happened to that transmitter?
Who is shooting at that? Oh, you. Right, go away. You just go over there somewhere, yeah? Preferably towards that tornado. Right, who else is shooting at it? Just every so often tap up on the D-pad. Ah, hello. Oh good, did you two both bring me some ammo? Excellent. What is wrong with that? Well, I don't think I need to defend against that, do I? Where is it? Oh.
Dios mío, Rico, there's petabytes of data here.
Oh,
Get
there.
that data to Mira. Hopefully we're one step closer to taking down Iapa.
No, continue in the direction you were going, preferably towards that tornado, yeah? There he is. Jeez, this guy will not quit. Right, we're going to let him get close. Oh, that one almost hit me. Right. It's fine. We're done here now. Where is he? Oh, he's up there. I wonder if he's still going to carry on following us.
Hostile hasn't re-engaged. Eyes open for further contact.
Here's what I'm thinking. Since the tornado clearly came to pick us up, we do this, and we catch it up. And that way, if the guy in the helicopter decides to follow us, he'll end up in a tornado as well. Yes, like I was saying, SP, we've got like a bunch of stuff that's sort of going up on the YouTube channel soon. stuff from random builds to that entire eBay saga, which is going to be fun. Oh, hello. Nice of you to join me in this tornado. Yeah, so like with this one video though, it's at that point and level where it sort of diversifies the entire channel in one video, because it touches on so many different topics. Like it's technology, and it's consumer stuff, and it's online shopping, and it's on a gaming channel. So it's like, yeah, like I always wanted the Twitch to be games and builds, and the YouTube to be games, builds, highlights, you know, technology stuff. I always wanted them to be two sort of the same but different. Because I like to have an option of what I do. So with this one video, it sort of opens it up to whatever we want to have on there, really. Don't actually know where I'm flying to. Oh, there's that helicopter again. What rings? Oh, I won't be doing that. I don't like flying in the wingsuit anyway. Like, I like it as a way of getting around, but it's not the easiest transport to use. Right, there is one place on this map, somewhere over here, I believe, where we have to go into like an underground base thing. I think it's there. Oh, where is our front line? Oh, that's quite far away, isn't it? And we can unlock there. I only need 2 for this one. Okay. I think we're doing alright. Strangely enough. Oh, it's one of those big ball things. Oh, that's a lot of smoke.
Rico, we got a lead on a Black Hand spy dressed in plain clothes. They think someone important is on their way to pick them up. Go be that pickup driver.
Oh, hijack the vehicle. Okay. Oh, he may have hit the floor. Here we go. You alright, Kai? Welcome back.
Bien. Time to pick up your client.
Hold on a minute. This person was there. This clearly just saw... Look, there's the driver. He's still cowering back there.
This is car 04. Client
Like,
is in the vehicle.
come on. Would you still get in it?
Now just destroy that vehicle, but it's gotta look like an accident. They can't know that we know. You know?
Just drive and don't talk, okay? I'm going to meet someone more important than both of us.
Yeah, it's the other way around, isn't it? Oh, it says crash the vehicle. Oh, I can do that. This is my kind of mission. That's a good point. It doesn't often happen like that, does it? Where, like, you have the hard drive, but not the hardware to go with it. And yeah, I agree with that. My old laptop was sort of stuttering a bit, and getting a little bit sluggish. Added an SSD to it. Perfect. It's still a low-powered laptop, but it does exactly what I need it to do. Nice. Oh, I may have just blown something up. I may have blown a lot of things up. Come on, we've almost blown this car up now. Oh, is that... No, why'd you... She got out? That's not cool. If she could get out, why didn't she get out earlier? Why did she wait until this point in the vehicle's lifetime? What the hell? Right, okay. What are we close to? We're close to whatever this is. Oh, it's the car factory one. Oh, okay.
You said it yourself, Rico. I see the Espinosa where it hurts. His wallet. Brisa Auto is where he manufactures cars for Solinos who can't afford the imports.
Yeah, adding an SSD really does change, like, how the entire computer works. It's great.
It's highly automated. Can't build that thing without its computers. Izzy figured out a way to,
So just let me. We overload the power grid, then scramble the system.
Come on, tell me the mission so that we can start the mission. I'm stood at one of the consoles waiting for it.
This factory has been expanded half a dozen times. Power every circuit at once, and the grid will short. When the system reboots, I take it down.
Hey, that's not bad for a laptop, though.
power grid's accessible from 3 different QC bays.
Right, so I have to go in that order as well. Oh. What's wrong with me doing things in my order? A world completely full of freedom. And I have to follow strict rules on which of the different things I hack in which order. Yeah, you might as well.
Looks like the buildings are sealed. Some kind of scanner.
Like I say, my laptop now is used as the auto queue. It means I can make changes on the fly to scripts and stuff.
One's looking for a Prisa Sol.
But it just powers that screen perfectly. And I can use the touch screen on it and my little remote thing to easily just alter scripts and change them. Do things like that. It is. It takes a while to like figure out which bits you need from it. So H.264 and H.265 have a load of different levels and stuff like that in them. So for 1080 stuff, mine tends to be set to 4.2 high for the profile. But obviously you'll probably want like different bit rates and stuff. But it does give you that freedom to do anything. But yeah, H.264 will just use the CPU. H.264 NVENC will use your GPU as well. And the results of that are a little bit... They're not bad, but they're also not as clean as the just CPU-based encoder. But it's fine. The thing is with the CPU one though, it does take a hell of a lot longer to do. Especially for long files.
Each of the switches routes power to different areas of the factory. You need to get every section powered.
I seem to have got a thing. Seem to remember there being a sequence to this. Oh, look, there we go. Turns out that was the sequence. We'll leave those guys stood there. Yeah, we're all shooting at Paul. Very good. Yeah, but do you really want to put that kind of strain on the CPU? Like, I'm just thinking, if the videos are just to go up on YouTube as they are, it's probably worth just using the MVenc one and spending like an hour doing it instead of like 6 hours doing it. Where is he? I'll just take that. I'll stop him from bumping into me, won't it? The helicopter survived. The helicopter survived. Like I say, the YouTube compression is gonna crush most of the fine detail anyway, so if you can do the encode in an hour and it not really change the output for what you're gonna see on the YouTube copy, you might as well. Save yourself the time, the electric, the CPU, like, workload. It's what I did. Remember when I had that massive backlog of videos to do? And I had the servers at the time. What I did was I ended up using the MVenc encoders for a lot of the video files. So actually one of them was Just Cause. So I ended up doing that, and it worked out well enough for us to have highlights on YouTube. Do you mind? Trying to use this console in front of the car, but the car's right in the way. This one. You know what's annoying? Last time I got this one right first time. No, I didn't want to press that. Come on. Yeah, but the problem is, the Intel Xeons that I was running, they weren't exactly the fastest or the newest. Let's put it that way. Because it was two 6-core 12-thread CPUs, but they'd run at about 3 gigahertz. So it was very slow going.
This building is testing the Vivesa. A bike. Gotta find one.
But yeah, I'm the same. I don't like the CPU being pinned, like, constantly. It's one of those things where you just sort of want to... Oh yeah. Like it was a DL380 G7 from HP. So it had 6 80mm fans. And we're not talking small fans, we're talking server fans that spin up as often as they can. I could have probably made it quieter, but, you know, that would have been a lot of effort just for, like, something that wasn't working very well to start with anyway. So instead I changed to the new one. Oh, wow. What did you say? Also, I love the irony in the bots on this. It did. It was just a jet engine in the corner of the room. That's all it was. It was noisy, it was slow. It did the job well enough at the time, especially when I was working with 1080. But as soon as we upped to 4K, there was no way it could keep up. No way at all.
I'm in.
Yeah, don't you know I'm the only one who can fucking swear on this thing? Yeah, I love the irony of that.
The system is down.
Where I
Got in.
spend most of the stream swearing at things.
Eso. Look for circuit panels around you on the wall.
Yet, as soon as anyone swears in chat, it's like, nope.
Sorry, Blair. Reinforcements are on.
It's part of the reason I've got it set up like that.
Plug into
Just because it makes me laugh. I will take a look and try and ease it a little bit though. I just love the way that I'll be sat there swearing for like the Minecraft one. The one that I posted a clip of in the Discord. Like just sat there swearing constantly because I'm getting attacked by creepers. Anyone swears in chat, shut down. It was one of those things where I'm just like, you don't even need context to understand what's happening in the game. It really was one of those where you just sort of know, like, shit's going down. Oh, that worked out well. Oh, I've still got part of this mission to do. I'm not sure when I should put the eBay Saga video up. Like, when do you two think? I'm going to ask you two, because, you know. So, my options are... It's obviously going to go up on a Monday, Wednesday, or a Friday. That we know for sure. But the question is, do I shove it into the playlist as soon as possible? Because like I say, it's almost done. Like by the end of tonight, it will be finished and exported. So it's one of those, do I stick it into the playlist as soon as possible and as soon as it's done? Or do I wait until the next slot in the playlist, which would be 4 videos away, sorry. New Friday. Let me see what video was going to be Friday. Ooh, Hitman 2 was going to be Friday's highlight, but that'd just mean that Hitman 2 was on Monday. That'd work.
You're in, Izzy.
The system's mine. Stay nearby. Rico, I've got some black hand movement.
Like I say, the good thing is it's only the highlights. So it's not going to affect what we stream on those days. And amazingly, I actually have pretty much every stream for August already planned out. I know what needs to be installed, when it needs to be installed for, all that stuff. Even though today I did actually change it. Today I was planning on playing Fez, but I decided that Just Cause was, you know, a little more what I was feeling at the time. But yeah, so... Oh, nice. Okay, oh, wow. Somebody actually used my tactic against me. Ah, 20's not old.
You're in, Izzy.
The system's mine. Stay nearby.
Oh, that was a headshot. Okay, I'm being attacked by everyone here. Yeah, 20's not all, mate. You'll be fine. You'll make it through, trust me.
How's it going,
What's
Izzy?
that?
Still working. Stay close. And stop talking.
What I love is I just watched that. Call of Duty's single-player campaigns used to be great. I can't remember the last one that I actually played, though. Like, all the way through. Just because they started to get weaker and weaker.
10 more seconds.
But Call of Duty is definitely something that we will play at some point on streams. Whether it's starting from the beginning and going from the first Call of Duty and playing through the campaigns like that, or if it's just jumping into more recent ones and playing those campaigns. But we'll definitely have a look at the campaigns at some point. Does this guy know I'm stood behind him? He does now. Where'd he go? There he is. Jeez, he is quick. There we go. Yeah, I'll do that. I will try and get everything completed on the eBay one, on the eBay saga, for this Friday, and that's when we'll have it. But I think just like last time with this stream, I'm actually going to wrap this up in this car plant again. I seem to remember last time we did this. But don't worry, we still have one more thing to do before the end of the stream. And that is to watch the video that's going live in 40 minutes before it appears on YouTube. Because I've decided that I want watch parties, but I don't want to do the typical set things to a premiere on YouTube just yet. I might do it at some point, but for now, I'm thinking we'll watch the highlight on here. It'll be in 1080 on the stream. But obviously, I'll be watching it at 4K because, you know. But yeah. And then if you want to watch it in 4K, you get to go on YouTube and you get to watch it in 4K. But I figure the streams usually end like an hour or like 40 minutes before the end of... before it goes up. Oh, that was a good explosion. I'm liking this. I just wanted a massive explosion to go out on. But yeah, so what I'm thinking is if I quit the game like that, unplug my PlayStation controller, turn it off. What I like is the Epic Store actually syncs my stuff. But then it didn't save our progress. That's frustrating. It's another thing I need to do to stop that from recording the game. Okay, so I may have to adjust the volumes. You'll have to let me know. But this is what I'm thinking. We have the highlight down there, so, you know, Yeah, Epic's launcher has changed a lot, and it is really good at this point. So we pause that. How weird is this now with no music? I'm going to come down here. And somewhere, there it is. We're at minus 30 normally. I'm going to up the game volume to minus 15. So let me know how the volume is. Welcome. We're playing Need for Speed Heat because I installed it earlier and I can't work out if I like it or not. So this
Also, yes,
is
I'm
actually going to be
offline
up
for one
on
reason. Games
YouTube
like this
in...
really
This is weird. I can see myself
pissed me
twice
off
now.
with the constant
But yeah, this is going to be up on
nagging
YouTube
about
at
being
7
online.
o'clock.
Ubisoft did the same thing in Ghost Recon. The constant nagging about being online and do you want people to join your party and do you want to invite people? No, I don't. I just want to sit and play the game and enjoy the game that I spent my money on. I don't want to play it with other people. If I did, I'd have bought a multiplayer game or I'd choose the multiplayer option. Stop nagging me to play online. Oh. That camera wasn't recording. Oh, what's this bloody arsehole
How's
doing?
the
That's
volume
me,
sounding
by the
for
way.
it?
You're only spending bank on that
Can you hear the video
I could
perfectly?
just buy things anyway without a name. That's how shops work. You don't go into bloody Primark, do you? And they go, I don't know who you are. Please leave. Yeah, I spent a couple of
Perfect.
hours on this earlier and can't work out if I like it or not. So I do have some complaints with this game already, though. To initiate a drift, you sort of lift the trigger and tap it down
Yes,
again.
I've sort of-
like a lift tap hold. Here you go. Try and-
Just,
There you go. That's how you drift. No need for a handbrake or anything like
There
that.
you go.
That annoys me.
Oh,
Also,
no,
the
I can't do that, can
soundtrack is shite, and there's no switching.
There you go,
things.
that's the
can
actual
skip to
video.
The next track, and there's only about 5 tracks. Both 5 tracks for the daytime and 5 tracks for the night. It's the worst soundtrack ever. The first Most Wanted game.
You can
had
probably tell that I'm not
everything.
exporting
It had
at the highest
execution
bitrate
errors,
I
it
could
had a bit of Cell Dweller in
from
there.
Premiere at 4K.
You know, there was like a
Just 'cause
bit
it'd
of
take
everything for
far too
everyone.
long.
You wanted hip hop, it was there. You wanted rap, it was there. You want metal? Well, there you go, it was there. Standard rock, that was there. Everything you could want was on that soundtrack. And now it feels like EA tend to license out music just for The Sims. And you're like, well, why not set the deal to, you know, license the music for more than one game? Because think about it, even if they licensed out all of the songs from The Sims for this game, that would still be a better mix of music than what they've put in. Because at least there'd be a bit of everything. Plus the fact that they've already got that system in place to select music that plays throughout a game in The Sims, so why not bring that choice system over to this and give me the choice of turning all of the crap songs off? And yeah, I'd probably be left with like 1 or 2 tracks and that's it, but still, at least I wouldn't have to hear the rubbish music that this game throws at you constantly. Hey look, there's the guy who's in 8.
So, this is one of the things that I wanted from this. The ability to pause it and just like take a moment. Thank you, Kyle. I agree that I am right on that. EA take the time out to license music for The Sims. Fair enough. They license a lot of music for The Sims, and they get the artists and other people to record them in Simlish. Fair enough. Why not have the deal with that company be, we will use this in our games? Not games. And that way you could bring that entire catalogue of Sims music with, like, who's on there? There was was All Time Low on there at one point, and Katy Perry and all those people. Like, there are a lot of different artists on there, and there's usually something for everyone. Put it in your other games. Just please.
We win. Yeah, if you didn't have like the main menu defaulted
I'm begging
to
you.
online and like a rubbish soundtrack, shoddy controls, fairly poor handling, but you can kind of get used to vehicle handling. I find I eventually get used to Ubisoft driving physics, so getting used to EA driving physics is the same thing. I just thought, it handles as if you've taken GTA 4's handling physics and sort of stuck them in tar, and they were already fairly boaty. It's like a heavier version of GTA 4, which is impressive in the wrong way. Because I didn't mind GTA 4's driving physics.
That just there. That is one of the things that I am proudest about on the highlights. A lot of that stuff. So just then, when I went the wrong way, I actually flipped the camera Like, it's a little thing, but that took so much effort to, like, think about and go, right, do I want to do it like this? Do I want it to... Like, you won't believe how long I spent thinking about that.
Come in tar, and they were already
And yes, Midnight Club 3 did have great music in it.
fairly boating. It's like a heavier version of GTA 4, which is impressive in the wrong way. Because I didn't mind GTA 4's driving.
Like, it
physics.
even still
To me,
looks
that was
weird to
fine,
me,
because you
seeing
never
myself
really did
facing that way,
anything
not that way,
fast,
on
but
the
you
screen.
couldn't really get the speed up in many places. So having heavy physics wasn't a bad thing. Whereas this game is literally designed around you go fast. Go fast, do things.
Yeah, I think I might
Having
start
heavy physics in this
exporting
just
at a
feel
higher bit rate
Another
as well.
similarity to GTA 4 though.
But also I think I was recording at a lower bit rate
I'm amazed we've not
at
been
this point.
interrupted that time. But every other time I've been driving in this game, I've had someone going, "Oh, have you gone out to the country and looked at that yet?" Whilst I was driving in the country. Person in 8th place's name is Roadkill Gunner. Bell end names. Gunner isn't. I'll give him that. Gunner is a name that I have heard like normally, but why couldn't we call like Dave? I don't know. I want a new car. I want a Subaru. I made the mistake of going to the auto dealership to take a look at what cars were in there. There are 2 Mitsubishi Lancers, but there are also 2 Subarus. The BRZ does not count as a Subaru. Again, just like Grid did, I have a feeling that I'll probably play this
What I've
off
just
stream.
noticed is
No.
this
No.
above me
Oh, look
is
at
actually a
those
lot
stupid
bigger
bloody neons.
than the
No.
one that's on the video.
No!
And also,
Get back.
that follow account isn't on the
Oh, we've
video
caught up
either,
to the rest of the pack.
as you can see below. But I had to make like a new one just for
There
the
we go. Second.
YouTube videos.
I won every race off stream. Every single, well, no, minus the first race, I won every race. As soon as I start streaming, second. There you go. Pestering me. I'm not in downtown. I'm in the hills. But yeah, another thing that annoys me is that map. Because it looks like you've come up to a corner when really you are nowhere near the corner.
Being told to go into
that
the
makes it
hills when
so
you're driving
difficult
through the hills.
to navigate anywhere. Like your markers don't seem to sit in the right place on it or anything like that. But to counter that point, one of the things I do love about this game are the reflections. Because my god do they look good. Even the reflections on the
It is a nice looking
slightly
game.
wet surface, not where the puddles are, is amazing. Just that slight gleam.
Yeah, you just want to be left to play the game, don't you?
Even though this is all
You just want to be able
hipster,
to.
new. Oh, look, we've got LEDs and we can put them on everything. Look at the reflections on the back of the car as well. Like,
You just want to be left
it
to
is
play the game
nice
in peace
looking,
and just
this
like,
game.
here are the
Apart from
controls,
the
off you go.
bushes, one of the bushes
GTA
seems to be
style.
heavily like pixelized. It's really weird. It just seems to be a really nice looking game. Well, we took that spot. I don't know if we're going to keep it to the end, but if we do,
I'm fairly
we're
sure I
gonna
could
finish
get
in
it looking
second.
even cleaner.
That's quite
Like, I
good.
can see,
Yes.
watching it on a 4K monitor at
That'll do for
4K,
me. Sort of going down
I can
that.
see some pixelation.
Oh.
But,
Oh, that one actually made my stomach go funny. Oh,
you know,
God.
some like artifacting, but that's just from low bitrate
should stop,
exporting, really.
Oh. Well, there you go. That got me to stop, didn't it?
But cheers, buddy.
Ooh. So another thing, this story.
I know
to
you're
the
talking
game.
about the game, but I'm taking it
Tried
as
to
the
watch
highlights.
A couple of cutscenes at the beginning
taking
to try
credit
and
for
get a gist of it. No idea. There's an annoying guy who you got your car off, and then he's got an equally annoying sister who's like
Seen a bit of
uber
speeches
lad,
for hanging out.
and you just like shut the fuck up.
Don't worry,
And
you
then
can watch
he's
the
just
rest of
a
this video on
bell.
on
So both
YouTube
of them
later.
are equally unlikable. The issue
about
is I think
29
I'm meant
minutes,
to like
actually.
them. Like I say, one of them
Without
is the
me
guy you
talking
meet
over it
first
again.
and gives you this car, and it's the first garage you're staying and all that shit.
Enjoy your food, mate.
And then you bump into his
I'm going to
sister,
copy you after this.
just so happens. She reminds me of the twins from Far Cry New Dawn. That kind of irritating. I'm hoping that that changes the way the NOS works. Because at the minute, I press the button, it fires all of the NOS at once. Don't like that. I like to have control over it. I want to be able to like give a little tap of NOS as I'm coming out of a corner. Just to kick the car straight and then still have enough
Yeah, go for it,
you know,
Kyle.
if you
Like-
started to get busted, you'd still have enough to sort of kick yourself forwards just
Record
enough
for,
to
like,
speed up to where
30
it
minutes
stops
to an
the
hour.
busted bar thing. Because for some
And then
reason
rolling forwards,
I'll find my link
they can still arrest
to a
you.
website that has sort of
Go
bit
figure.
rates for all of the levels of H.264.
I'm sorry, but the map told
and
me
you
I
know
was
the different
supposed to
profiles
turn
as well,
earlier
because they
than
affect
that.
it.
Just watch the map.
But basically
You
keep your
turn now,
profile on
won't you?
high,
Not a few seconds later.
and then
It's an awful map. The map itself is good.
change the level.
Having
Like
a
I use
waypoint is
4.2
great,
most
and
of
a
the
line
time.
that sort of shows you only what's remaining.
I think
of your
that's
lap.
roughly
Brilliant.
about 60
the
to
markers
70
work on it.
megabits per second.
Like that marker just looked like it wasn't on the track instead of being in the centre of the road.
Nice,
This
all
one's
good,
off
mate.
to the left-hand side, even though that's
We're a
the start
team.
finish line. It feels like
Teamwork.
someone's made a Need for Speed game who shouldn't have made a Need for Speed game. If that makes sense, like one of those knockoff games. Like it's only one of those good ones. It's still a great game, but it's not quite what you wanted. See, what I'd do if I was EA was, even though Need for
Oh, here
Speed
you go.
Carbon wasn't your greatest hit, I'd get my inspiration from that. Because that one only didn't do as well because it was always living up. It was so close to Underground 2's release that it was still in the shadow of it. And the
It
same
does
with
indeed,
Most
mate.
Wanted. For me, Most Wanted is a better game than Underground 2. It improved the handling without breaking drifting. It added more customization. It added more variety in the soundtrack. And whilst it removed a couple of features from races like SUVs, it made up for it. But if you take Most Wanted, as in original Most Wanted, proper Most Wanted, and add in a bit more neon and a bit more of the underground styling in parts and stuff like that, you know, part selection, things of that nature, as well as adding in the auto mod thing from Need for Speed Carbon, right there you have the best game. Obviously change the cars for new cars, you know, like this one, add classic cars and everything up to Teslas. Well, that feature set would be guaranteed winner.
I have played Alien Isolation, and just to go back to what that's weird. Just to go back to what I said earlier, like, just to go back to that, I completely agree with that point still, and I maintain that the original Need for Speed Most Wanted was the better game of the two. If you're going Underground 2 and Most Wanted, Underground 2 is below Most Wanted. Most Wanted had a larger map, it had broader selections, the police were in it, and it was like, you had the, what were they called, speed breaker things or something? Pursuit breakers. Take some of Underground 2's stuff, put it in a larger map and in the daytime, and you've got Most Wanted. That's what that was. From Carbon, take that auto sculpt mod thing where you could use the sliders to adjust like the mouth on your car, on the grill. Take them, put them in Most Wanted. Do that now, and you have got the best game. Because Carbon just ruined the sort of drifting, even though it was a game all about drifting. Because they messed with it. And it was fine before. But yeah. But yes, I have played Alien Isolation, and I'm thinking about recording it. Just because I think it's going to be end up being too slow on stream if I'm playing it.
Oh, hello to you as well, Officer Bellend. And also, why in a
Nice.
town that's supposed to be built on racing and centred on racing?
1080,
only
60
one car
FPS,
dealership?
130
It's a
megabits per
monopoly.
second, fast action.
Only a really crap monopoly where you just
I'd
bought
go with that.
Mayfair and no other board space exists. And
Are you laughing
Hey,
at the
look,
fact that
Subaru.
I called an officer a bellend?
and the fake Subaru. See, I thought the car looked familiar, but then the stance of it
Good man.
with that camera on the
I just did
wheels
the
was
same.
just ridiculous. Made it look awful. The BRZ you can't ruin. It's already crap.
There's me having another pop at Subaru for
See,
collaborating on a
getting a little
car.
bit of NOS there would have been perfect to just kick it out. See, the problem is, even if I'd let go of it for a split second to slow down before a corner, it initiates a drift every time. Right, come on. We're just going to go for the old smasheroo, I think.
If you're wondering why the camera actually looks a lot greener
Here we go.
and like a lot bluer,
No.
it's because the Sony
Ass.
camera records
Ass.
and it is completely
Get
off
back.
colour.
So I've sort of
No,
corrected
no.
it to this point,
We're not finishing.
but that
first.
is actually more accurate to the
Not when we
room.
were in first on that last corner. That's not happening. So yeah, we've got like 3
Yeah, that'll
cars that I
work.
want to buy in this before I make
That's a
my
good
way
plan.
down to like Mitsubishi and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm going to get both of the Subarus, both the 2010 version and, you know, the full sedan version, which I can't remember which year it is in this. I don't think it's a 2002.
You've got to
Might be
remember
a
that when you're dropping the
2016
bit rate, you
when
might
they
be
brought
dropping a little
the
bit of detail, but you're also
We're going to
reducing
get
the
those
file
two. I
size.
also want
And the
a
longer
Ford
you
Focus
can
RS.
like
We're
leave
gonna
the
get that as
computer
well.
doing it,
Right,
so
we'll
the
just
slower
catch this guy
settings,
up, slam him
there'll be a
into
bar
wall,
that says like faster
then we'll be
and
okay.
slower
But this is what annoys me about AI
in
drivers.
handbrake.
You can
But
see that
if you select a
it doesn't
slower
matter
one,
what the car does. It's
like the
always
slowest you
flat
can deal
going
with,
around corners on
then
a set
it's
sort
gonna
of
look
track.
better at the end.
Like
Because it has more time
electrics
to
car.
process and
Whereas we
render
have like
and
body roll
like
and
go through its
whatever we do
algorithms.
sort of affects the way the car goes. Whereas them, just watch, when they go on a different surface, they don't move, they don't slow down. Whereas we do as soon as we hit like grass or something, we slow right down. And look, our drift seems to take a lot of, it seems to take a lot of speed away from us. Whereas when they drift, it takes nothing. They just sort of carry on at the same speed at the end of the drift. And it's not about
That's
like
true.
managing the drift or anything, it's exactly the same drift. But for some reason, ours takes off speed.
I've just
Theirs
realised I'm sat in
doesn't.
the old chair on
It's
that video.
frustrating. Because why have it where if I do this to get around a corner, so I ease off for this corner, tap it, and it's a drift. Because that's how you initiate a drift. Why have that as the thing when I want to slow down for a corner? What I don't want is to have it drift around a corner if that's going to cost me time. Why would I? Always be racing my ass. That I like. Using the D-pad to control your objectives, and you can keep them up there as long as you want. Pressing up and down switches which objectives you get to read. It's a very nice touch. So far, this is actually a quite fun game. Just there are a couple of things that I'd tweak if I was EA or Ghost, and it'd probably be a
Or
perfect
whoever
game.
made this
It
game.
would definitely be the best Need for Speed game to date in the modern era. I know that's not really saying much, is it? And the map isn't overly large either. Like, that looked like it was a long way away, that marker, from where we started. But it really wasn't. This versus F1, at least you can bump into people on this. That's
That
a
is
good
true.
thing. Much better than F1 where you give him a little bit of a tap, let him know you're next to him, and he starts crying. In this, I've driven people straight off. I did it earlier, didn't I? It's just how it goes.
It's weird because I
Oh.
remember everything that I'm going to say
Go on, police car.
just because I
Get him,
spend
and then
that
come
long
back and get
watching
second
these
place.
things back.
Do like that. The police ignored me, went for first place. Whereas normally,
Yes,
it
this
seems
as
like the
well.
police only ever want you as the player. I'm sorry, but the reflections in this are just amazing. It is a very, very pretty game. The only thing I would say so far, it is
But yeah,
not
in this-
worth the full list price. Definitely. I don't know where EA have got their pricing from. Wherever it is, they need to put it back and get some new pricing because they seem to be overpricing
Witty.
their products constantly. Okay, another improvement
But
I just
accurate.
thought of. They need to bring back the fact that when you do stuff like drive on the wrong side of the road, bump into someone, drift,
Oh, yeah.
do like
It is
drift
just a beautiful
variations,
game.
It builds up your NOS meter quicker. Oh shit!
Like this
Oh,
was
now we're
actually,
talking. Now
this
it's
is
a
probably the
Need for
best one to
Speed
start
game.
watching at the end of streams.
And
Like the best one to start this sort of thing at the end of a stream. Because this was the first time I ever actually
that's another
reviewed a
one. But
game
the
live
speed with which
at
that
the same
busting
time as playing it for the
bar
first time.
fills up seems incredibly
So I'd played for...
unreasonable.
Yeah, there you go.
Look.
Watch the busting bar. That's...
I'm moving forwards at least 50 miles an hour. I've lost too much speed. I've lost too much speed.
But yeah, so I
Should
was-
have saved the NOS. Oh no!
I'd played
I
for
had
like
enough
an
speed.
hour before the stream
Oh, I've ruined
to
that.
get everything set up. And that was it.
Hasselhoff is gonna be pissed. Oh, this is
So this was like the first time I'd
this
really played the
follow
game.
me nonsense. No, because number one, you don't drive fast enough. Number two, you're a pain in the backside. Look, I'm not accelerating, and we were still outperforming. This is like Red Dead Redemption when you have to follow someone on horseback,
At GTA, when you're walking around with them, you're just like, come on, get on with it. Come on. Come on. Like, tell me all this in a cutscene.
Do I just moan through every game?
Didn't mean to do that, but it shows you how fast we are compared to her. Oh, you're trying to turn, are you? I'm just going to half. I'm not even going to put any pressure on the throttle. And we're still keeping up with her.
Well, you can tell in the way it's in the highlights that I find it funny as well. Like,
That was right.
I make highlights that I
Do
want
you
to
mean like
watch.
now? Couldn't you just give me a
Like,
map
say,
and
I've
said,
watched
"I'll meet
the
you there"?
first Just Cause 4.
I've just killed them all. I just crashed into everyone.
I've watched the first Just 4
I
calls.
don't care
Just
about
Cause
anything
4
that you're saying. I
highlights
just want to
a
do the
load of time.
driving.
Most of the views on YouTube
And
are me
Go.
just
Bye-bye.
watching it again.
Yeah, if we could get rid of those stupid sections as well, that'd be brilliant, EA. Nobody likes them in games where you're on foot. No one
Yes.
likes them in games where you're in a horse.
Yes.
Not in a horse. And no one likes them when you're driving. If they
No
wanna
one
have a
likes them on
conversation
sections when you're in a
while you're
horse.
driving, get inside the car and have a conversation and I'll drive us there at speed. Otherwise, you're on the phone to me anyway because you're in a different car.
Oh, cheers,
So
bud.
I have no reason to stay near you. Tell me where we're going. I'll
There are
meet you
3 out there. There's 2
and down.
Black Mesa based on one of them that's just Zen.
And also these absolutely,
I think.
non-witty one-liners that these other racers come out with do my absolute nutting. Like they'll say, "Oh, I'm right behind you." And you're like, "No, you're not. You're nowhere near."
Oh, you'll
Look, I ain't just
you'll
gonna
like the
roll
Zen
over.
one, I'm
Well,
sure.
You're not even in second, and second place is quickly approaching a mile behind me. So
Pretty
you
sure the
know,
Zen one is on YouTube.
And I win. Do you have other clothes?
Whenever I see Kappa, I'm just reminded of where I used to work.
Yeah, she's been wearing the same clothes for at least 5
Yeah,
nights. I know,
they
I
are
mean,
on
I know the
YouTube.
guy has, but like the protagonist always seems to wear the same clothes.
Ice front.
Well, stop walking behind us then.
I got the power.
It's very rude.
Pound it. You ID.
ID, please.
Over there.
Who was? It's the one that says police on the side.
Maybe I impounded the wrong one.
Yeah, maybe you did.
my
But you're not
way.
going to impound a police car, are you? See, I was smart.
Why do you need
Oh, good. Oh, look, you're in my car. You do know how to get in my car, don't you? So next time we're going somewhere, how about this? You get in my car and let me drive. This is a game about driving, not going very slowly and, like, listening to someone babble on. But I don't think the issues it has are enough
I say
to
that whilst playing a
make
game
it a
and
game.
babbling
I still
on.
think it's a good game
Like-
with questionable execution is how I'd describe it. And you
Yeah.
can still feel that burnout influence in there. Things like the billboards and all the collectibles. I don't remember going around Rockport in Most Wanted looking for flamingos. It is a good game. I'll give them that. They've made a good game here. And it is a Need for Speed game, which is something I've not been able to say for a long time. The map is large, but not too large, and actually feels utilised, unlike in Just Cause, and unlike in Need for Speed, the one before
Oh, the
this.
irony.
I've forgotten the name of it. That had a map that was incredibly large, but too large. So going from the town
was the
to
last Need
your
for Speed game
airfield
called?
home base felt like
I
a
have it
chore more
downstairs,
than something
and I still
pleasurable
can't
to do.
remember. Oh, wow.
Going up to the hill, the mountain area,
God.
was just a pain in the backside to get to. As
What
were
did you say
travelling
this
through, like,
time?
nothing for most of it. This game is large, but you are going places. You are constantly going there.
I have changed the
And
settings
it's
on
not too
it
big
to,
where
like,
it becomes a monotonous journey. And I've always said, like, a well-designed,
for it to play nice.
mid-sized map is a lot better than having a really large map for the sake of having a large map. And going, oh, look at how much space you can drive around in. Yeah, but is there anything to see or do in that large space that I can drive around in? No. Then what's the point? I'm going to get bored of driving a car in an empty desert. Like I just am. This seems to change every 5 minutes, from driving in mountains to driving in the city to driving down a beach, side roads. From what I've seen of customization, that could be expanded, but not necessarily in the way that everyone expects. I'd expand it in the Need for Speed Carbon way.
There you
where
go. I
you
think
have a
I've just
couple
turned
of
off the
fenders designed by
thing.
the
Just try
people
and
at
swear for me.
EA, and you have customizable sections on them. So for the front
Because I
bumper,
can
you
type
have
whatever I
a
want. It doesn't
customizable
moderate
grill
me.
size, fin density, fin angle as well. That could be done. But I think that's how I do it, because that way you can make whatever you want. If they create 5 generic parts and say customize them how you want,
Hey,
then
it's the best way to play a game.
any part you want. and you can make it look exactly how you want the car to look. And I understand it'd be really
What the
difficult in the
hell?
same way Rockstar never allowed you to eat and get fat or
I just
build
turned
muscle
it
or anything
off.
like that, because it'd just look a bit janky if they didn't.
Oh, no,
wholeheartedly
I turned
go
the wrong
for it
one off.
on the modern systems. But
Okay, there we go.
I think it'd
Now
be
you should be able to.
because if you added that, nobody could legitimately
I turned off
complain
symbol protection.
about a lack of customization when you have given them the ability to create anything that they want. And if someone did complain
Woo!
about it, all EA have to do is have
Yeah.
someone from their team
Swearing.
go home that night and create whatever that person
Such
was
children,
complaining
aren't
about
we?
not being in the game. They go home, they create that, they take a photo of it and say, there you go, that's it in the game. Created using the tools that we provided you with. Just in the
Also,
sense
this
of,
point
if
that
you
I'm
spent
making
less
now in
time
the video
moaning about it not being in the
is
game, you could have
using
made it
that
be in
Need
the
for
game
Speed Carbon
yourself. Slow down the
auto
busting
mod,
change the
like
soundtrack
slider
to
thing,
actually include a little bit of something for everyone, as
and
opposed
how
to just
people
generic
wouldn't be able to moan that there
styles.
wasn't enough customization if you gave them the option to make
Yeah, well,
whatever
give me a
part they want
decent
with it.
car, then, instead of this Mazda piece of shite. Oh, I want to punch this man so hard in the face. Good, I crashed. Maybe we're all dead in this car now. And these bloody characters.
I'm so angry.
Change the characters. Make them people who aren't absolute assholes constantly. Hey, keep that slide going. I know how to drift. Give me my car. I'll drift for days. The drift needs to be back to the handbrake,
Yeah.
where tapping the handbrake initiates the drift. That one was done with the handbrake. See, you can link them
See,
if you use the handbrake.
the stupid controls in this game are the one thing that let it down.
Sure. Anything to get you out of the car and not talking to me. Die, please. If there was a way in the settings
really don't like that
to
man, do I?
turn off that sort of drift initiation with the accelerator, that would be enough for me. Just use the handbrake for it, and I'd be able to ease off the accelerator.
Yes, that's another one that's
to where
actually
I
going to get
can
recorded
actually
at
get
some
around
point.
corners, just for the sake of like my own sanity. Let me try and remember the course and do it in this car as it's set up now.
This is on racing tyres as well, this car, at the minute. This isn't on the drift tyres that they just
Yeah, so by
unlock.
mixing the handbrake and the standard floor brake, foot brake thing, brake pedal, you stand a better chance of drifting.
I think the reason
in this game.
BeerMNG isn't really
Yes,
sort of
screw you,
widely
stupid
accepted
flamingo.
is because there isn't really
Flamingo. That was almost perfect.
there isn't really
Maybe
like
also. Well,
a set
fair enough.
mission. There's no real goal in the thing.
Yeah, okay. I
So you
don't
have to be
care
actively
about
looking for something
you not
without
having a
goals.
car. It's the greatest thing that's happened in this game so far. That's a really good game.
Oh, here we go, outro.
Need for Speed Heat
He's going to do an
is
outro, and then I'm going to do an
not
outro.
worth the amount they currently charge for it. Don't get it yet. Get it in a few months when the price comes down enough so that it's not
Just,
extortionately
let me see if I can
expensive.
pause this in the
EA
right
charge
place.
too much for games off the bat, especially now.
Come
that
on, put your head
everything's
down,
gone
put your head
digital
down.
Only. There's no need for it at all to be as expensive as it is. The map is the right size. The handling you do get used to. Vinyl customization is
Yeah, if you're looking for a game that's
quite good this time round.
no goals,
Downsides
then
are the map
it works
is
for that.
misleading. People won't stop talking to you while you're driving, and they keep saying the same shit over and over. What else is there? The driving sections where you're driving next to someone are a pain in the backside.
Yes,
It
they
is the first proper Need for Speed game that's actually felt refined to a Need for Speed level, whereas the last ones have sort of been generic.
Just do it then.
Are a pain in the backside. It is the first proper.
I want to point something out
Need for
that
Speed game
I
that's
only
actually
notice when I'm
felt
editing video.
refined to a Need for Speed.
I usually
level.
cut most of it out.
Whereas the
There. Okay. So you want to look just here. You see this ridge? That there is where the strap, where this top bit of the headphones sits. And it just flattens the hair there. So you end up with this little ridge going on.
last ones have sort of been generic. Customization in the
It makes you
form
look
of
bald when you look in the mirror
Underground
afterwards and you
but
look
What I
down.
mean by that is,
And you're, like,
engines
washing your
from
hands in
different
the sink.
manufacturers,
And you just got this big
exhausts from
bald patch
different
there.
manufacturers. Instead of this like pro tier drivetrain, how about we get a branded drivetrain and just have different brands with different ratings?
But now
on
I've
it?
pointed
Like, you
out,
have
you will
multiple
always
products from the
notice
same
it in
brand and
every
have them
single
perform
highlight.
differently. So you're not going to insult
Since I got
the
these
company
headphones,
by
you'll
having
see
theirs
that.
as the cheap version. Later on, they're going to be the expensive version anyway. I guess I should say, would I recommend it? Yes, when it's cheaper. So, as always, we are live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 PM UK time. Highlights go up on YouTube.
I'm actually
going to
let this play out.
You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I should have made this full
the
screen,
Discord
shouldn't I?
server is up. Come join us on that. And yeah, that'll do it. So, until next time, thank you for watching, thank you for joining, and I will see you in a bit. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's right. This is the dance I always do whenever I've finished editing a video. Because I'm just like, yes, I've got to the end. I've done it. Because this is the last stage adding that. But yeah. So that is actually going up in, excuse me, in 7 minutes on the YouTube channel. Which is awesome. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that with every single, like, one that we do. I may not do it on Friday, actually. Although then again I might. It means I can add in more details. But I'm trying to keep it so that on the Twitch channel, whenever we watch them, I will keep on flicking between two cameras and speaking over it, so you actually have a reason to go and watch it in 4K on the YouTube channel. But yeah. So on Wednesday, the next highlight is going to be Stranded Deep. I think that's only like a 10-minute highlight, so it's a lot better. This one was, wow, that one was actually 26 minutes. Normally my highlights, I try and keep them around 15 to 20. But I think because that was a review, I sort of convinced myself I could go to about 30. So actually Fridays will be about that length. But yeah, so that is pretty much that. Like, that's sort of the style that most of the highlights on the channel are anyway, so, you know, it works. It works for what we need, and I just like the outro. I like that end zoom, just because I always do it. So I always try and have something in the frame when I'm doing the outros on the streams that I can zoom in on. So in this case, it's probably going to be this little tag here. I'm saying that now so that it's like a verbal reminder to myself when I'm editing to add that in. But yeah, so as always, we are live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 4 PM UK time. You can catch highlights of videos and other random videos on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday and Friday as well. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. The Discord server is up, you should come join us on that. And yeah, I think that is going to do it. So until next time, thank you for watching, thank you for joining, and I will see you in a bit. Goodbye.